G'day, we've just taken the 75 out for a little bit of a stroll, I guess we could call it. It's been hiding under the tarp for a little bit now. Come down to a bit of a creek crossing. From the recent rains, this has actually been covered over, flooded up to about where I'm standing now, and this tree's washed down. So I'm going to drive over the sucker and then we might tow it out of the way. Just sneak it over onto the other bank over here somewhere. Righto, let's get the 75 fired up. You wouldn't bloody read about it, but Musco got bogged again. So off the left hand side, passenger side of the car, there's a tree over there. I'll try and show you. And that's the way I'm going to head. I'll run the rope out over to that tree and then winch left. What a start to the drive. I told Pickles, where I just picked up the 75 series from, that I was just going to go for a little poke along. I was going to have a play around with the soft shackle and a snatch ring. I wasn't expecting to actually have to use the winch. So the drama was, this sucker of a log was actually floating. I couldn't see the bottom, so it made it look a lot shallower than what it actually was. And it got diffed out. So when I first dropped in, that's why I balked a little bit. And then as we went this way, it turns out this is where the front left was. It is waist deep. So the front right started climbing up this bank and the left dropped. So I worried for a second about that we're going to be on our side. At least the snorkel wouldn't have been under since it's on the driver's side. So I'll pack up this, do a bit of a shuffle, turn around and might winch this log out so someone else doesn't get caught out. Okay. Freestyle, jump out and get this booby trap of a log out of the way. Oh, I'm not going down there, that bit's deep. I don't know if you can see that, but because when I winched out of the water before, it was all bound up on the one side just here. Just up against the back of it, so it's nice and free now. If you ever have that happen to you and your rope's bound up and you're not actually bogged and want to run it out, absolute best thing to do, take your hook, tree trunk protector, and hook around a tree and either winch out or put it in free spool and just reverse backwards. No manual labour required. Oh. How good is this? This is why I wear my old ratty pants whenever I come out and go for what I say is a quick, easy drive. I think that'll work there. Hopefully it doesn't pull along the log too much. See how we go. side a bit more. A little bit of a change in plans. Decided to use the Factor 55 gear here, soft shackle and their rope retention pulley. Flash. And you go around this tree, and then I've got just a normal sling around the log. So I'll try and winch the log back this way. The other way wasn't working too well just because of how long it is. Bit of a bush bash. Apart from last year at King of the Hammers, I've not really ever used these snatch rings or the rope retention pulleys, but pretty cool. These little keepers here too seem to work so well. Poor door's crumbled in, doesn't like opening. Free spool locked. All done. Track is clear. Can't believe I got stuck. That's legitimately the first kind of obstacle that I came to after driving maybe 200 meters in bushland. Absolute stitch up. Tell you what, this is some cool gear. The whole plan today when I came out is because I'm heading over to King of the Hammers, I just wanted to get a bit of use in with this gear. So Factor 55, they're the recovery sponsors for the event, that and Worn Industries. So I just wanted to get out and get used to using the soft shackle and whatnot. So I don't navvy much, well don't navvy at all at the moment. None of it's second nature. I want to get out, get my hands on it, get a feel for it again. That way when it actually needs to be used in anger at the event, helping with the recovery, it's a nice quick process. One thing we do need on the 75 is a in-out switch for the winch on the front. Future upgrade maybe. So good, we haven't had to winch again since the start of the little drive. Then we dropped down a creek, so we could change things pretty quick here. You want to know what that rattling is? It's the chains on the wrecker arm just flapping about. we're just making our way up a little gully here. I think this tree just here, the little guy's going to give the side of the car a bit of a tickling, but the other guy might be able to work around it. I just hopped out to have a look. My next issue is just here. This log has the branch that's sticking up, so I'm going to try and just, if I can, nose up and then turn left into it. It's a bit of a hole there. It's not steep or too off camber. I think that's the best bet, and then I'll snake my way up here and then exit out and back up onto the boundary fence of this property. See how we go. This log shifted back down into the gully, so I can't pop the tyre up and over it. I'll have another go now. There's the other thing. It's a 37-inch hole just there that I can't get the front up and out. So where I want the wheel, I can't really get it to start. See if we can try and climb the bank from further back here. So we had a bit of log in the bead of the tyre, letting air out. Luckily it wasn't a sidewall, so I just gave the tyre a bash and around where it was, where the bits of timber were. Luckily they all popped out. What I'm doing now is just the winch line's bound up on the drum on one side up against the plate, and I can't pull it out by myself. So I just go onto a tree up here, just going to have air free spool in and reverse backwards to try and undo that bind. So I was saying earlier on, that's a lot easier than trying to manually do it. Just use the car to do it when you can. Yoo! Started the creek crossing where I got hung up on the log when we first kicked things off. So the rest of the track, nothing excited happened, so I just thought I'd fire up, say goodbye. Let's do this one last little creek crossing. Go park up for the weekend.